like to give you a speech informing you of going from bad to good. One of the most important things that I want to talk about are gas prices right now, the war in Iran, inflation, and the presidency in and of itself, which is causing gas prices, war, and inflation. You know what I mean? Okay, so going from bad to good, the way the world is today is really not good at all. You know, just look around. Even people are angry, drivers are angry, people in the stores are angry. You can't say good morning to nobody anymore without them getting all upset. It's just not a good place to be. Now, this is what's happening in the world today. You have the same thing that was going on in the 1600s, 1700s, 1800s, all through, and we're talking about diverse communities, how the bad affects the little guy, This guy up here who's making all these decisions, the people, the 1% who are making all the decisions, it doesn't affect them the way, the trickle-down effect is what it's called. But by the time it gets to us, the little guy, it's bad. Now, Haystack News, I watch every morning. Haystack News says the presidency is declining. His rate is declining from when they first voted him in, because everybody thought, oh, we'll get Trump and everything's gonna be, he's gonna make America great again. But then the first thing he does is the tariffs. But it trickles down to who? To the little guy. That's the bad. Okay, so we're gonna get off Trump right now. Okay, another preview of the bad is we look at the crime. Haystack News again. The crime in Sacramento, all they're talking about is shootings, killings, robberies, muggings, rapings. I mean, you don't hear any good humanitarian stories anymore like you used to. All they report is bad. We got the war in Iran. Why'd you even start the war? Because you want the oil. But all these other things that are going on in the world are to smoke and mirrors. You know what I mean? I'm gonna show you this right here so you don't really trip on what I'm really doing on the war. Look at inflation. Because of the war and because of tariffs, inflation is so high. Look, man, eggs, milk, meat, just everything is going, gas. Oh my Jesus, gas. And I have to drive. So, okay, so, and it's all because of Trump. Donald Trump is doing what he wants to do. He wants to be a king, a dictator, a ruler. That's why he gets along with those people so well. If I don't, this is not persuasive. This is what's the truth. And then look at tech. If you we start tech, let's start with Elon Musk, right? He started out with Donald Trump in the beginning, and he was with the Doge, and he raped and pillaged the federal government of so many funds and contracts, and then he put himself in there. Now, Trump and the whole world, we all rely on, look at me. I gotta go look at my phone to see what's going on when it dings. Phone, everything is tech. Nobody's doing paper and pencil no more. The records, everything. So what if we get the glitch? The 2000 party's over, it's out of time. What if that happens? We're screwed. Okay? So that's tech. Everybody, that's bad though. You shouldn't rely on and you gotta have backup records, things like that. Okay. So we have to hold ourselves accountable. We have to have accountability. You have to, when you know better, you do better. So you have to say to yourself, okay, well, I know for a fact that there's a lot of crime, so I'm not gonna be a part of that situation. Or whether you agree or not on the war, you still have a stake in it. That's accountability. You have to have a say in it. The same with inflation, whether you for Trump or against Trump. If you're for, you should see the way the world is right now. How could you be for, unless you're one of the 1%, which it doesn't affect. None of this affects, which is not us, the little guy. I mean, look what he's taking from colleges. He's got ICE and all this other stuff, man. He's trying to go back into the slavery days, if you really stop to think about it. So, and then Haystack News, another Haystack News thing is they say, well, Trump actually came on national TV and said he's gonna blow Iran back into the Stone Age. I mean, This is the United States president talking on national television. Come on, man. You have to be accountable. When you hear stuff like that, you have to know it's wrong, and you have to say something. You know. Also, there's this book, The Body Keeps Score, by Robin Reeds, and it's about holding yourself accountable. Your body reacts to everything that goes on, so stress, high blood pressure, heart disease, all these things. So what do? You have to release your mind of a whole bunch of pressures, which is the mental health aspect of it. Your body is in tune to what's going on every day, what you ingest, the food you eat, things of that nature. The Body Keeps Score. It holds you accountable. It's a book. It's a book that holds you accountable. It's a workbook that you have to hold yourself accountable, and it's going on in the world today. Okay, the good. Okay, let's talk about the good. The good. Okay, all the bad, because we can talk about the bad, man. There's a lot of bad, but the good. It starts within. Change. I was bad. I was a bad guy, but the change started within. That I wanted to be a normal, good person so I could live a good life and not have to be worried about jail, prison, police, none of that. Well, I'm black, so I'll still worry about police, but jail and prison I don't worry about no more, because that's not my lifestyle. So change starts within. Just like for me, another thing way of thinking is insanity. I was doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again, expecting a different result. And the same result, no matter how long it took, was jail, prison, jail, prison, jail, prison. Till finally one day I woke up in prison and it was like, bruh, something wrong with you mentally. You gotta be insane because you got 40-something plus years in prison doing the same shit. You just think you're a little slicker. You know what I'm saying? And you still end up the same place. Okay, the definition of insanity. And another definition is karma. Every time I did something wrong, I'm going to use I because I'm not putting this out on nobody else. But if you stop to think, every time you did something wrong, at the least worst time, something bad would happen to you and you would never know why. It was karma. What you throw out comes back. It may not come back right away, but it comes back. That's the definition of karma. When you give, you get what you give. What you throw out into the universe is gonna come back at you. So I used to throw out all type of negative, trying to be the man and all that. And then when I was the man, negativity would hit me. Bam, here you go to jail when you got a pocket full of money, or you just hit a lick, or you're doing good because you're doing bad. And then karma, it comes back on you. So it starts within, and you have to want to change. The definition of insanity, you cannot continue to do the same thing over and over and over and over and over and expect a different result unless you change from within. You have to say, okay, I'm done with lying, robbing, stealing, conniving, all the tomfoolery that goes with criminality. You gotta be done with that, and you just really have to be done. It's a mindset. You have to switch. You have to make a change. You have to say, okay, I spent X amount of years doing this, and I never got nothing from it. So now let me just try this side. And me personally, everything's going so good, I live in paranoia that something's gonna go bad because I'm doing so well. That's my life personally, because of my mindset has changed. I see criminality so differently, as a citizen, because I made a change. I actually said, I'm not gonna rob, I'm not gonna steal, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna go to school, I'm gonna educate myself, I'm gonna be a productive citizen, and I'm gonna do something to leave my mark on society in a positive way. That's the change that I'm making. So you can go from bad to good And it equates to what's going on today. Even though there's so much bad going on, you know, you gotta find the good in it, because you wake up, it's a blessing. Just so, first thing you do, I don't know what you do. As soon as I wake up, I pray. You know what I mean? Because, okay, I'm still here. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm blessed. I got somewhere to live. I'm not outside. Or I'm not sleeping in a car. You know, I'm able to get nourishment. You know, even if it's just toast and a half a cup of orange juice, it's nourishment. I'm able to, those are the good things. Like, I'm able to come to school and make this video. I'm able to interact with my professors. I'm able to, all these things that when you do good makes you feel good. I feel good. I'm 60-something years old, I'm in school with all these youngsters, they can't hold a candle to me, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm on it. But it's a mindset. You gotta make the change within. You have to say, okay, all the bad that's going on in the world, I'm not a Trump supporter, and he's cause of a lot of things that he's doing is causing misery for the little guy, which is me. But in all of that bad that's going on, the war, gas prices, the inflation at the stores, you know, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. I'm trying to act like I don't, but I feel it, but I can't. According to Haystack News, again, inflation is so high that even the food banks, especially the food banks in Sacramento County, because I watch local news, the food banks are struggling. They're like, look, we feed, this is just not verbatim, we feed 13,000, now we're feeding 17,000 because of inflation, and then they stop SNAP for certain people. That's the bad, but the good, food banks. Okay, they take your SNAP, you can't go to the grocery store, but you don't have to steal because we got food banks. You know what I mean? People who are donating churches and things like that. So there's good in all the bad. You just have to like look past it. If you can look past it, you know what I'm saying, you'll find some good. There's some, you woke up, you breathing, you get another day to be mad at what's going wrong. That's the good in the bad. That's right.